What's up, boys? I'm going to be doing a trade recap for today. I did end up taking one trade. It was a short on NQ. I ended up making around $1,300 on 6 accounts, 3 alpha futures, 3 my funded futures, for a total of around 7K, I think. A little over 7K. Really good day, honestly. This whole week has been, last week and this week have been pretty horrible for me. Last week I ended up break even. This week also break even until today. But finally ended up hitting a banger. Really happy with this trade. Could have held longer, but I was in the trade for literally an hour and 10 minutes, so I was just ready to get out of it. But let me explain the bias behind the trade, why I took it, and all the good stuff. So overall, coming into the day, I could see that yesterday we ended up projecting. We're obviously at all-time highs, but we ended up having a down candle, inversing these 4 hours, both of them that were in this leg. And we were respecting this bearish 4-hour fair value gap. So my bias was bearish. We had London lows, an unfilled hourly fair value gap, which I'll show you, as well as previous day low. That's what I ended up targeting for my short. I was also not anticipating, but I saw the possibility of us trading up into this top 4-hour and then shorting off of that, but that did not end up happening. This was the hourly that was unfilled coming into market open, and we actually had relative equal lows there as well. So I was just really bearish overall. We actually did end up hitting that before I got my entry, but I was bearish coming into the day. This was kind of my draw, but that got hit right at open. Alright, then we ended up opening this bearish 15-minute fair value gap that I've marked out here. And at this point, we pretty much just had previous day low, as well as this relative equal low that we made with it. But obviously we were still bearish, trading away from all-time highs, not trading inside of anything to take any longs, and just looked really bearish, obviously. Pretty sure everybody, not everybody, but most people caught a similar trade today. Some people in my Discord took a trade off this rejection candle at market open. But overall, everybody ate on shorts today. It was a really good day for shorts. We traded into this 15-minute fair value gap. We had an SMT with ES inside the fair value gap, so ES didn't trade into it. And then scaling down, we didn't have any 5-minute fair value gap to inverse. We didn't have any 4-minute. Didn't have any 3-minute. Didn't have any 2-minute, but we did have this 1-minute fair value gap. That's what I took my entry off of. I did enter a little early because I was watching this 1-minute candle and I thought I was going to miss it because I was typing in my stop loss. But then it ended up closing right within the 1 minute, and I was in the trade a little early. But I still got like the same entry as everybody else. Not much better. Stop loss was at the SMT high inside the 15-minute when we first traded into it for the first time. And then my TP, previous day low, I ended up taking a partial at this 5-minute low as well because NQ's price action is shit, and we could just like sweep this low, edge previous day low, keep chopping, and I just wanted to get out of the trade. So I took one partial there, and then the rest of my position, which was the other contract at previous day low. But yeah, I was in this trade off this 1-minute inverse, stop loss SMT highs. We edged my stop loss by like, what, $2, didn't end up hitting it. But this trade, literally from 8:04 my time, I'm 2 hours behind New York time, until 9:10, so like an hour and 5 minutes. This was a roller coaster, and the reason I didn't end up getting stopped out at break even, which I usually would move my stops to break even after probably this low got swept, because this was the internal low in the 1 minute. I ended up not doing that. I was waiting for my 1-to-1 to get hit or this 5-minute low to get hit to get break even at first, because we were obviously choppy yesterday, choppy on Monday. And after I entered this trade, I could see that we were obviously going to be choppy today. We ended up like wicking my stop loss, coming back. I ended up waiting for my 1-to-1 to get hit. It ended up getting edged by like 50 cents, so I didn't end up taking my position off there. Then finally, we went back up, swept all these 1-minute highs, and ended up re-sweeping this low. That's when I went break even. And then it was 11 a.m. Eastern as well, and we ended up slowly chopping to my TP for a 1 to 1.56 RR. Pretty happy with this trade. Obviously, it looked really good, same as my trade yesterday, which ended up getting a break even. This trade, I kind of adjusted my rules a little bit to just work with today's price action and this week's price action overall. This kind of shows you guys that you can have concrete rules and obviously like set rules for your strategy, for your risk management. But it's important to adapt to how the market moves. Obviously, not every single day is going to give us really clean price delivery. Yesterday, if I would have waited to go break even on my trade, it also would have ended up hitting TP. I ended up getting stopped out at break even. It's okay. Today, learned my lesson, moved my stop loss to break even later, ended up banking on TP. Could have held to one of the unfilled daily fair value gaps. This shit ended up dumping a whole lot more, but after that roller coaster of a trade, not willing to risk anything else. I'm just going to take my one trade for the day. I'm happy with it. If you guys have any questions about the trade or about anything in general about this week, I know a lot of people have been struggling this week. Or if you guys have been doing great this week, let me know in the comments below. And make sure to join our free Discord, link in the bio. I send out my daily bias in there every single day. And I'm also in chat pretty much the whole AM session talking to you guys about what I'm looking for. We are going to bring back live trading soon, but stay tuned for that. Peace out, guys.